I have two different relationships to divinity that come together in the third. Okay, now I want to be with you in these relationships. So here's the first relationship. Now let's stay really, really close, okay? Can we say like super crazy close now? One of the core qualities of cosmos is personhood. And it's a quality that's gotten left out, right? Both from the sciences, right? And right, to a large extent from the classical religions. And the personhood of cosmos, right? All the way up and all the way down. Right, and Whitehead, who wrote Principia Mathematica with Bertrand Russell, although he doesn't use these words, I've been reading him for the first time the last few months. And I saw that he's aligned with this notion I've been trying to teach the last 10 years of the personhood of cosmos, and I was ecstatic. He doesn't use these words. It's not clear unless you read it carefully, but he gets it. The personhood of cosmos, right? That's what we call the infinity of intimacy, right? The intimate cosmos that's ultimately personal. So level one, personality, level one, personal. Level two, true self, utter impersonal, and I leave my story behind. Level three, right? Level three, the personal comes back online, which is the personal beyond the impersonal, the infinity of intimacy. Okay, so let's go slow. So the personal quality between you and I, right, that quality participates in the larger field of personhood. So let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you kind of a great metaphysical question, but great metaphysical questions are not abstract, right? They're about the very deepest stuff, the very marrow, right? The very core fabric of our most personal and intimate lives. So here's the metaphysical question. Okay, Schelling said, why is there something rather than nothing? Wow, right? Spinoza, right? Why did the one manifest the many? Obvious question. Luria, right? Everyone asks the same question. Why did the one manifest the many? So stay close for a second. And I want to answer the question using our anthro-ontological principle, right? Anthro-ontology, right? Meaning the mysteries live within me. And we're this year, I hope, completing the book on anthro-ontology. The anthro-ontological method is essential in acting a new source code. So it means I can go within, and I can actually access ontology. I can access real information about cosmos because not only do I live in the intimate universe, but the intimate universe lives in me. So I want to offer an anthro-ontological answer to our question. And this is going to take us, we're going to go 2-3 steps very briefly. It's going to take us to this new third, to this new understanding of who we are and what we need to do and what you and I specifically, individually and together need to do today and tomorrow. Okay, so this is the most real, this is the most pressing, this is the most ultimately relevant. Okay, so how many here, right? How many of us have more than one friend? Anybody? Just show in the chat box who has more than one friend, which is a big deal. Have more than one friend is a big deal. Two is awesome, Rob. Okay, can I be a third, Rob? Can I be a third? Okay, a few of us, right? Right, it's beautiful. To have 2 friends is fantastic. To have 1 friend is gorgeous, right? To have 3 friends is beyond imagination. Right? We're friends, like for realsies, okay? So notice that when you talk to friend 1, a certain dimension of you shows up, right? A certain quality of you. When you talk to friend 2, so a different quality shows up, right? Does that make sense? When you talk to friend 3, still a third quality shows up. So now stay with me really close. So in the second person relationship, I'm talking to you, right? Which seems that I'm focused on you, right? So there's I and you seem to be opposites. But actually, when I talk to you, I generate you, but you also generate me. You generate a quality, a dimension of intimacy in me that doesn't show up unless we're exchanging. Now stay close. So if we live in an intimate universe and God is the infinity of intimacy, and you generate in me a new quality of intimacy that only shows up when I'm talking to you, that means that you generate a new God. And when I talk to you, I generate a new God in you. That's what we mean by, right? That's what we mean by the space in between, right? That's what it means to be Homo amor, right? Is to know that every friend generates a new quality of godness, right? A new quality of intimacy, a new quality of reality. Now think about the one now. Now leap with me. Now we're going to make the anthro-ontological leap. We're going to think about the one. So the one in her, his, its infinite supernal perfection. But perfection yearns for intimacy. So the one generates the many because each one of the many provokes, generates, calls forth a new dimension of the one. When the one is talking to Rob, when the one generates Rob, or when the one generates Rob, right, that relationship to Rob causes a shocking self-recognition in the one. And this is what Buddhism couldn't quite grasp. And the great religions didn't want to deal with this in their exoteric texts. But this is what it means to be alive. This is the core of Homo amor. It's the core of the new source code. When the one generates James, right, then as James becomes James, when he becomes more particular, more fully refined, right, more fully, right, Marc becomes more fully Marc, right? When I actually remove the contraction, when I untie the knot, then I generate in the one a shocking delight of self-recognition that's available to the one through no one else but me. So the one's self-recognition and bliss and joy and ecstasy is dependent on me. And without that, the one is alienated from self, right? The one is alienated. So I, in my uniqueness, because to the precise extent that I'm not in the contours of my uniqueness, I can't generate that shocking self-recognition in the one. Does everyone get that? Does everyone, who gets that? Who can feel that? What we just did was so huge. It's like, it's beyond imagination, right? This, right? It's like, right? If you really got that, then, right, if I really got that, I'd be fainted in ecstasy. Now, if I really understood what we just said, I couldn't talk to you now, right? Right? You've got to faint in ecstasy, right? You can't, but that's actually the self-evident realization, right, of the depth truth of the cosmos. And I know that to be true in my own realization. And then you can know that to be true in your own realization. So we are the liberators of divinity.